Mike Martin.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I'd like to start by welcoming a few of the measures in the budget, particularly the increase in the carers allowance and the funding for the NHS, sorely needed after the last government. There is something that I am confused about, though. This, as trailed in the Labour manifesto, was meant to be a budget for growth. Indeed, that's how the Chancellor introduced it on Wednesday. And the Secretary of State today, opening this debate, said that this budget will bring growth. But it doesn't appear to help small businesses, which are the engine of our economy and employ over half of the people in the economy and provide 50% of the revenue. In my constituency of Tunbridge Wells is Adrian Scripps. Now, they grow 10% of the UK's apple crop. And James, their managing director, tells me that they are going to lose, their labour costs are going to go up by 8%. So this year, if he does nothing, he's going to lose 50% of his profits. Now, this is a good year, so in a lean year, they would actually lose money. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, if a business that is producing 10% of the UK's apple crops is going to lose out from this budget, what does that mean for the wider SME sector? And as an aside, if I ask James about what he thinks about this government's policy on Europe, which is essentially a continuation of the previous government's policy on Europe, I would not be able to repeat it in this chamber. So James, as a result of this budget, will have to lay off staff. And people losing jobs does not grow the economy. Now, a very short time remains to me, but I'd also like to talk about Toby, who runs the Chapel Salon in Tunbridge Wells. And he's also the head of the Salon Association, which represents 1,900 salons across the United Kingdom. Now, he estimates that more than 25% of salons may go under as a result of this budget. It's a very labour-intensive sector. Obviously, cutting hair is very labour-intensive, and the margins are wafer thin. So businesses going insolvent does not grow the economy. Now, I do understand and I agree with the fact that we need to invest in our public services. You know, that bit of the budget I think the government has got right. But what I disagree with is who you tax to pay for it. And we think, the Liberal Democrats, that you should tax big businesses, and the Labour government thinks that you should tax small businesses, and that's not on.
Andrew Cooper.
Thank you, Madam